Greetings, everyone, and Happy New Year to you and your family. It's Dr. Crystal. I'm back again, this time around, with a podcast entitled If Love is Never Lost. In other words, if love is never lost, then what? Then what happens to love? In my years of experience, and of course in private practice as a clinician, but also in my own life experience, what I've noticed is one of the hardest beliefs people carry is the idea that love disappears, that it's something we lose if a relationship ends. But what I've learned over the years, both personally and professionally, is this: that love, in essence, is rarely lost. What's lost, I believe, is access. Love can leave a relationship. It can leave a season. It can leave someone's daily presence, but that doesn't mean it evaporates. I also believe that, in essence, it changes form. What I mean by that is, I believe that it becomes a memory, it becomes wisdom that we've gained through the journey in this relationship. It teaches us tenderness. So yeah, we may be left with a form of tenderness. It may become a boundary. That love may become a prayer, believe it or not. It may become grief, and it may also become growth. So sometimes love hardens into armor. There are times I believe that love may soften into compassion. But either way, I do strongly believe that love always remains, almost always remains, and that it actually is active. It remains active. That's why heartbreak can ache for years later. Not because love failed, but because it endured possibly beyond the relationship. And that endurance is definitely not a flaw in my books. It's proof that you or I loved deeply. You don't have to erase old love. I don't believe that we erase old love to love again. I don't believe that love is competitive either. I believe that love is cumulative. Every love leaves a fingerprint, at least in my experience. It leaves a fingerprint on our nervous system, on our values, on our capacity to attach and to choose. So if love were truly lost, grief would end quickly. You lose it, you're done. You don't grieve anymore. It would end really quickly. We would forget also very easily. So the reason why we don't forget so easily is because love stays. What I believe is the real danger isn't that love is lost. It's that love is misplaced. So when we keep offering it where it cannot be received or reciprocated, or when we deny it a new home out of fear, that's when love is misplaced. So if love is never lost, then let this be true. At least I want to believe this to be true, that nothing you loved was wasted, or nobody you loved was a waste to love them. No love you gave made you foolish, even though they say fools fall in love. Every love shaped you and me for the next becoming. So, in essence, love does not disappear, it just changes forms. I also believe that love waits. It waits. It waits until it's given somewhere it can live fully again. Keyword on fully again. It does lay dormant in some aspects, but it's active in a different form. But it will wait until it's given somewhere it can live again. Share your thoughts.